You're going to the club. You're going to your family reunion. Maybe your fraternity and sorority get-togethers. There's a new sheriff in town.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Southern Edge Beverage Company. The Edge with Southern Edge sweet tea vodka and salted caramel whiskey. Our sweet tea vodka is made from succulent corn, real black tea, and juicy sugarcane. Can be enjoyed neat or on the rocks or blended with your favorite fruit juice or mix a liqueur combo. Our salty caramel whiskey is the perfectly pleasing balance of salty and sweet that does not overpower the palate. Add it to your coffee or incorporate it into food recipes. Check us out on the website at southernedgebeverageco.com. Also on Instagram. Distributed by Kelly Family Distributors right here in the state of Georgia. You can also pick up a bottle at Total Wine and More, World of Beverages, Prohibition Liquor, Firewater Package, Press Wine and Spirits, and Bim's Package Store. We are the new Edge. Taste the Edge. Southern Edge Beverage Company. Yeah.
Okay, BMX, this is what they want. That family shit. Dirty. Hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm. Hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm. Hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm. Hey yo, we family. Bonds that can't be broken. Watch it. Hey yo, we family. 3 times we heat rhymes, eye to eye, Jinx, X and I. A bond that will never die. Wise guys will split the pie. Big style, hypnotized. I'm back home, the shark in the town. Let the fin roam, my fam in the zone. See how we rock well, exotic flow. Crystal seashells, never sleep where the beast dwell. Monster the music, you the shit, then prove it. This is hip hop, get your shit chopped. It's been a long time coming on the same track with fam dumping. Look how your man's gunning for fam, cause we all stand for something. Salute the fans production, producing mass destruction. We ask nothing, command respect, that's the law of instruction. Back in the south with a Dutch in my mouth, fam. That's what I'm all about, damn. 3 deep when we rolling out. Leave your face posted out. Double hosted, twin toasted out. Your style bitch, watch me hold it out. Get money. Every day with fam is sunny. We get money. Every day with fam is sunny. We family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm. Hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm. Hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm. Hey yo, we family.
The jester, nobody does it better. Ain't nothing like fam riding a beat like a bike. When it come to this rap shit, yeah, I know we out of sight. Every nigga bout on tongue confess that Jinx is the best. BMX a prima jester, who gon' run up and test? I'm outside the gate, not in the bleachers or sideline. That mean that I ain't playing, motherfucker, I'm bout mine. You had your time, now it's mine to shine. I'm hungry when I spit, can't you hear it in the rhyme?
Cause you look so sweet. Woo. I wish I could taste a moment. Girl, you look so damn sweet. No, I wish I could taste the moment. Been around the world, hey, but there's nothing like that Southern Edge, girl. No, I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that Southern Edge, girl. Yeah. Okay, now pour me a one. Better yet, make it soon. They say the night is young. Wear this cup like the fountain in you. Shining. Tell me what your sign is. Tell me what you drink, little lady. I could buy by the bottle, I promise. Because you look so sweet. Woo. I wish I could taste a moment. Girl, you look so damn sweet. No, I wish I could taste the moment. Been around the world, hey, but there's nothing like that Southern Edge, girl. No, I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that Southern Edge, girl.
Like to keep it on the edge so we max out. Just need a little breeze from the top down. Been so sweet. I don't need no sleep. Like to keep it on the edge so we maxed out. Just need a little breeze from the top down. It was so sweet. Keep it on the edge. Breeze from the top down. Been It's so sweet. I don't need no sleep. Keep it on the edge. Breeze from the top down. It's so sweet.
Sponsorship opportunities are available. All right. You're going to see some commercials, but we're telling you once again, people like this, and I straight pull this from a TV show or a movie, but the price today is not going to be the price tomorrow. It's as simple as that, man. A lot of people have been hitting us up. We're really just trying to come up with a fair package for everybody.
Trying to do things the right way, sir. Trying to do things the right way.
And so if you are interested in advertising on the Two Live Stews, I created a new email address, sme.dougstewart@gmail.com. sme.dougstewart@gmail.com.
The price today ain't going to be the same tomorrow, but I want to get in today.
The Two Live Stews experience, Doug Stewart, Ron Stewart. Sponsorship opportunities are available. All right. We're looking for experienced radio sales people. Jump aboard right now. There's a lot of money out there to be got. All right. Because we promote the heck out of our sponsors, and they know that. We've had sponsors in the past that we would love to reconnect with as well.
You're going to the club. You're going to your family reunion. Maybe your fraternity and sorority get-togethers.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Southern Edge Beverage Company. The Edge. With Southern Edge sweet tea vodka and salted caramel whiskey. Our sweet tea vodka is made from succulent corn, real black tea, and juicy sugarcane. Can be enjoyed neat or on the rocks or blended with your favorite fruit juice or mix a liqueur combo. Our salty caramel whiskey is the perfectly pleasing balance of salty and sweet that does not overpower the palate. Added to your coffee or incorporated into food recipes. Check us out on the website. That's southernedgebeverageco.com. Also on Instagram. Distributed by Kelly Family Distributors right here in the state of Georgia. You can also pick up a bottle at Total Wine and More, World of Beverages, Prohibition Liquor, Firewater Package, Press Wine and Spirits, and Bim's Package Store. We are the new Edge. Taste the Edge. Southern Edge Beverage Company. Yeah.
Do any of your friends your age still go to strip clubs?
No.
Now, let me make sure and clean this up a little bit. If there's a strip club out there, a proprietor listening to this show right now, and they like for us to host Monday night at their establishment, we are there. I will come on a strip club retirement
for a sponsor.
or Wednesday night, or Thursday night, or Friday night, or Saturday night. I'm not coming to your establishment on Sundays, but every other night of the week, count me in. I'm in.
I'll come on Sunday if it's a check behind it. I will come, okay? Ryan does not have to come. He's got the little small children and whatnot. I will come.
Ladies, we know you wear a lot of hats. From fitness to packing lunches, grocery shopping, and running boutiques, you do it all. But tonight is about taking a break for yourself and not feeling bad about it. Whether you're a fitness enthusiast, a boutique owner juggling the world, or a devoted dog mom like Jen, Southern Edge understands that every woman deserves a moment to relax and do what makes you happy. Courtesy of Southern Edge, the only way to truly taste the moment.
Because you look so sweet. I wish I could taste the moment. Girl, you look so damn sweet. No. I wish I could taste the moment. Been around the world, hey, but there's nothing like that Southern Edge, girl. No, I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that Southern Edge, girl. Yeah. Oh, can I pour me a one? Better yet, make it two. They say the night is young, with this cup like the fountain in you shining. Tell me what your sign is. Tell me what you drink, little lady. I could buy by the bottle, I promise. Yeah, because you look so sweet. I wish I could taste the moment. Girl, you look so damn sweet. No. I wish I could taste the moment. Been around the world, hey, but there's nothing like that Southern Edge, girl. No, I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that Southern Edge, girl.
Like to keep it on the edge so we max out. Just need a little breeze from the top down. Been so sweet. I don't need no sleep. Like to keep it on the edge so we maxed out. Just need a little breeze from the top down. It was so sweet. Keep it on the edge. Breeze from the top down. Been so sweet. I don't need no sleep. Keep it on the edge. Breeze from the top down. Been so sweet.
You're going to the club. You're going to your family reunion. Maybe your fraternity and sorority get-togethers. There's a new sheriff in town.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Southern Edge Beverage Company. The Edge with Southern Edge sweet tea vodka and salted caramel whiskey. Our sweet tea vodka is made from succulent corn, real black tea, and juicy sugarcane. Can be enjoyed neat or on the rocks or blended with your favorite fruit juice or mix a liqueur combo. Our salty caramel whiskey is the perfectly pleasing balance of salty and sweet that does not overpower the palate. Add it to your coffee or incorporate it into food recipes. Check us out on the website at southernedgebeverageco.com. Also on Instagram. Distributed by Kelly Family Distributors right here in the state of Georgia. You can also pick up a bottle at Total Wine and More, World of Beverages, Prohibition Liquor, Firewater Package, Press Wine and Spirits, and Bim's Package Store. We are the new Edge. Taste the Edge. Southern Edge Beverage Company. Yeah.
Stewart Media and Entertainment presents the Two Live Stews Experience. We back, show. This right here, this ain't your ordinary-ish.
Two Live Stews Experience, Ryan Stewart, Doug Stewart, baby, we back. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yes, we are back. It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you, but them folks sat us down forcefully. What up to the Qs?
Do not let anyone confuse you. The Two Live Stews started this shit.
The Two Live Stews Experience, shouty. If you're not stewing, what the hell are you doing?
Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you too. It's the Two Live Stews Experience. Your boys Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart, the makeup of the Two Live Stews. What up, though, Dougie?
Good morning, man. How you?
Came in here as Medea this morning. I see you, player.
Good morning. No, is that Medea?
That's Medea, sir.
That is Medea.
That's all Medea.
I think
you got
that
a
is
dress
Medea.
on? You got a dress on over there?
I see you back in the weight room, man. About time.
Yeah, man. Like twice a week, man.
Last week you was like the town drunk. You was up in the bar at 7 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's part of it.
Yeah, man. So how you, man? How was your weekend?
Life is good, man. I'm not into the weekend yet. It's the middle of the week. We're trying to get to the end of the week.
No, I'm saying your past weekend. What are you talking about?
My past weekend was 4 days ago, man. I don't think we're talking about that right now. I mean, we're talking about the past weekend, really? We've done a show since the past weekend, sir.
Yeah,
today is Thursday.
I got a lot going on, man.
And you're trying to poop on me. No, don't poop on me. You're pooping on yourself. Today is Thursday, man. We're going into the weekend. I'm looking forward to the weekend. There's a lot of good basketball being played. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. I think your boy SGA got robbed.
So I think I'm thrown off a little bit, man. And
you gonna tell me why?
And it's funny. It's funny this situation happens.
Something's
And I'm gonna say pause before I even say this.
Something's on your heart, man. I can tell.
I'm gonna say pause before I even say this. Pause.
Okay.
I think
maybe you shouldn't say it.
No, I'm gonna say it. I think this lube still coming out my ass.
What? Excuse me?
Yeah, you heard me. You heard me. I said pause. I think there's lube coming out of my ass, man. I had the prostate exam yesterday. And my doctor got hands like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Got your big one, huh? Got your big one, buddy?
I mean, I woke up this morning. And it's not. I don't even know why I'm laughing, because it's not funny. And you know what? It's a PSA opportunity. This is a public service announcement. Men need to go ahead and have their prostate exam.
Oh yeah,
whatever, every year.
Oh yeah, not every year. No.
No, I'm talking about the one you did at a physical. I'm not talking about the full one.
You enjoyed it, huh? You could get one every year. You enjoyed that.
No, I'm not talking about the full one where they put you under.
Okay.
I'm talking about the one that you do for your physical or whatever.
Okay.
And so yeah, man, I just whenever that happens, I'm in a bad mood, sir.
Quick question.
Yeah.
How many of these have you had?
One a year from the doctor.
So you go to other places to get colonoscopies? What are we dealing with, man?
You're confusing.
You just heading over to Piedmont and just grabbing a colonoscopy?
No, you're confusing a colonoscopy and a prostate exam. A colonoscopy is the full thing where they put you under and.
And I asked you how many of those have you had?
Oh no, once every 10 years.
Once every year. I go once every year.
Once every 10 years. Once every 10
years.
years.
Go down to Piedmont over there across from Dunkin' Donuts, and I get whoever's over there to just give me a prostate.
No, so once every 10 years. And I think I got 3 more years before I have to go and do that. I'm definitely not looking forward to that. But even that's not. I'd rather do that than the annual one where
because it puts you under.
They put you under. And when they put you under, they put you under.
Right.
Like literally, they're like, okay, you about to go to, hey, how you doing?
So let's just get this straight. And it is the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. We are powered by the good folks from Southern Edge. Check them out at southernedgebeverage.co.com. Follow them also on all social media sites. Okay, so real quick, it wasn't a colonoscopy. It was just a prostate exam.
Yeah,
but that's
what
when
I said.
you stay awake. You're in the doctor's office,
And they tell you to lay over on your side.
Right,
And
soft
he puts
music
on the-
playing.
He puts on
soft
the gloves
music.
like Dr. Spock or something. Like, say what?
Soft music, candles going.
No soft music, man. Stop that. See, I try to be vulnerable and share with the listeners, and you try to make this into something pornographic and
No, you're right.
And
no, Doug, you're right. I apologize.
yeah,
I'm sincerely sorry.
okay, I appreciate that.
But did
But
he smoke a Newport afterwards or smoke a Marlboro when he got done? Like, woo, Doug. Hope you enjoyed that as much as I did.
see, but you said to me the other day that I need to grow up. You really need to grow up. This is a serious issue.
How much lube did he use? Was it a lot of lube? Because you said you felt like lube was coming out still.
Still coming out of my bunkie right now. As of an hour ago when I got up.
Any problems found? Everything good?
Everything is good. Praise his holy name.
Lord.
If we can do the applause, we would hit
Hallelujah.
We would do the applause.
Hallelujah.
Yes. Yeah.
Hallelujah.
So everything's fine, man. Knock on wood. Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm Gucci. All right, so back to you. How was your weekend?
Cat said, loose neck side said that cat's doctor is Dwight Howard.
Kareem.
This
dude is 6'8", man.
Loose neck. We're not doing that, loose neck.
What are you doing with those hands? Doug, we have to do your prostate exam. Cat snapped the glove. Pow. Like, damn, Kareem. Can you get your nurse to come in here and do this? Shit. I know I'm not even supposed to be cussing. I'm sorry, Shree. But yeah, man, on a real, that's what I've been going through. A lot of stuff been going on, man. How was your weekend? We got to get to a bunch of stuff. Shouts out to Southern Edge, SouthernEdgeBeverageCO.com, sweet tea flavored vodka, salted caramel flavored whiskey.
Hey, man.
What?
Them Knicks are 2-0, baby, into the semifinals.
So
2-0, baby. And I mean, playing good ball. I mean, we're beat up, we're hurt, we're missing 3 integral pieces to what we do, but we're up 2-0 on the Pacers, baby.
Hey, man, and that kind of ties into this whole conversation about the MVP. We'll get into that in a second, but I want to talk about that, man. This MVP thing is crazy. Sponsorship opportunities are available. Email us. Email me, all right? Doug Stewart or sme.dougstewart@gmail.com. sme.dougstewart@gmail.com. The Two Live Stews experience, helping you grow your brand and your business. And once again, you can check out the show live. Okay, we're seeking sales accounts and representatives. Contact me at sme.dougstewart@gmail.com. And once again, pass the word. Tell everybody you can watch the show live. Two Live Stews, YouTube.com, and Two Live Stews, Facebook.com. We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram. We all over the place. Please, if you're watching the show, I think this is important. I read this somewhere. Hit the like button. If you're on Facebook Live, hit the like button. If you're watching this later, it's not the live episode, still hit the like button. Give us the like. Give us the likes and all of that stuff.
Make sure you subscribe.
Subscribe. Yeah.
Subscribe. All right, I'm about to say something, man, and I can't wait to get into this.
The Joker wins his 3rd MVP in 4 years.
Congratulations, man. Congratulations.
What are your thoughts? And the voting really wasn't even close. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander comes in second. He had 15 in effect first place votes. Luka had 4. The Greek Freak had 1. The Joker 79. Did you think that's how it was going to roll out?
I mean, up until this series, he's been the talk of the town. He's been the talk of the year up until the last 2 games.
I think the kid at Oklahoma State is suffering because he's at Oklahoma State. He's playing for Oklahoma State.
SGA.
Yeah.
You mean OKC, Oklahoma City?
I said OKC, yeah.
You said Oklahoma State like it was a college. But it's okay. I know what you meant. You meant SGA.
Okay.
I thought it was him all day. Oklahoma City has the #1 seed in the Western Conference. Old boy averaged over 30 points. He's averaged over 5.5 rebounds per game, averaging 6 assists. Thunder won 57 games.
But he's at OKC.
But that shouldn't matter. I mean, okay, he's at OKC. The Joker's in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah, but they just won the championship. Joker's getting a lot of press. Here's what I was
the
surprised
last 4
about.
years the Joker get this thing, man.
Here's what I was surprised about, and you should be able to give some commentary on this. Your boy Jalen Brunson comes in 5th.
I get it. I get it. The Knicks are a sleeper. Yeah, we
Yeah,
flew under the radar all year long.
But who does, and it's that old argument, is it the most valuable player to your team or is it the best player?
Right.
Because he's definitely not the best player in the league, but as far as value to his team, that dude literally, I think if that guy is not on your team and done what he's done all year long, y'all probably win like 25 less games.
Let's talk about this. If you remove the Joker from Denver, what kind of team are they? Let's talk about this real quick.
Okay, that's true.
Take the Joker out.
That's true. I think Brunson is more valuable to the Knicks than the Joker is to Denver.
I would agree.
I know that sounds crazy.
I would agree with that.
And it's probably marginal, but Brunson, sir, is literally carrying the Knicks.
Only 4 players have had 40-point games in the postseason back-to-back in the NBA history, and Brunson is one of those guys, along with the likes of Michael Jordan.
And so maybe he doesn't win it all, but to come in 5th, like, I
get it, man. I'm fine, and I'm fine with it. As a Knicks fan, as the resident Knicks fan on this broadcast or this podcast, sir, yes, I'm fine with Brunson, not being the MVP, and I'm fine with Joker getting it. I thought it was going to SGA, but again, I don't care for the Knicks to be patted on the back with what they've done to this point. I just want them to keep on playing right now. That's it.
Good. That's a good attitude to have because
mean,
they have sucked for a long time.
Remember, man, people don't want you touching your mic like that. They don't like that at all.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
At the end of the day, I want the Knicks to continue to fly under the radar. Okay, all we've done to this point is defend home court. There's 2 games coming up right now. Those games will be in Indiana. Let's see what happens in Indiana. But we've defended our home floor, and that's all we could ask to do. And I'm very happy about what we're doing.
Yeah, real good stuff, man. And
we'll get into it a little bit later, man. But there was a Willis Reed moment last night.
Yeah,
in Madison Square Garden, man.
We're definitely gonna get into that, and you're exactly right. I didn't even mean to get into this whole MVP thing like that. The great Naughty Dre is gonna come in later. I want to get his thoughts on it. He's a big basketball fan. But one thing we do have to do. Remember, we got old business and new business. Let's talk about some old business. The old business is the poll. Okay, we do. If you're new to the show, first time listening, we do a poll.
You have reminded our listeners and our viewers about the good folks from Southern Edge, right?
Absolutely.
This is the sweet tea vodka that I'm holding right now. We've also got a salted caramel, and the tequila will be coming out here real soon, man.
Put the QR code back up, Tree.
Yeah, it's right there, man.
So this doesn't have the code. There's a code that at some point when you're ordering online, you click on the QR code and you're ordering online. There's an opportunity to put in a code. The code is the number 2 live stews. Remember that.
Okay.
I think that'll help them out.
That helps with the shipping costs, I believe.
Yeah. So 2 live stews, the number 2 live stews. Tree, can we go ahead and discuss the last poll? The last poll that we did on the show that the listeners voted on, the Stewies, the Dogs, the Poodles, was the top 5 worst rappers of all times. And
you see what happened here, Loose Neck? Here we go again. Doug brought it up, so we all know who won. Thank you,
man.
Loose
I'm just trying to run a show here, man. I'm just trying to run a show.
Loose Neck. It was closer than I thought.
So, yeah, Tree, you can put it back up. So once again, and this takes the tally, I always add it when we talk about it on the show. I just added the numbers then. This takes the tally now to 12-4 in favor of me on these polls. Okay? And you can't see it. It's cut off right now. But my top 5 worst rappers of all times, number 1 or number 5. Let's do number 5. There it goes. Thank you, Tree. You're a great producer. Sexy Red, just terrible. Silk the Shocker, number 4. Kodak Black, number 3. Little Yachty, Little Yahtzee or whatever.
The people ished on my list of all Caucasian rappers and decided to trash the black folks. That's fine. Y'all go ahead. Do what y'all do.
The problem with your list is nobody knew who they were. You went too obscure. Obscure is good sometimes, but you just went so obscure. Like I've never
Man,
heard of this
shut up.
riprap
What are you,
guy.
some type
Hey,
of top 5 analyst?
I
Shut up.
am. Right now, the numbers say I'm a top 5 analyst. Right now. You always talk about numbers. Numbers don't lie. Yes, Tree?
Let's welcome into the treehouse. I'm sorry. Let's welcome into the dog.
Yes,
floor.
the tree house.
That's the name of our show. You knew that, right?
It's the tea
really?
with tree. It's the tea with tree.
You changed it?
You don't even know who I am, Doug. I don't expect you to know that. It's
Wait a
the
minute.
tea with
How long have you changed the treehouse from the treehouse?
I was in California doing the tea with tree.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Yep.
Right,
He didn't know I went to California, but listen.
He didn't even know. He thought you was
He
down
didn't
the
know.
street. You were in a whole nother state.
Life just be lifing. I'm sorry.
I want to have you talk, Doug, the way you talked dirty when Ryan left this morning to go walk the dog about your wins. Ryan, you didn't hear this, but Doug was pretty proud of himself. And I'd like you to do that again because it turned me on.
Oh,
Damn.
wow.
I didn't expect that.
Well, listen, do it without me. You guys go ahead.
No, I was just saying I'm the top 5 king. And this is what I do. I win top 5s. And clearly you aren't the top 5 king. That's all I was saying. I don't know where Tree's getting this all sexual connotation from, and it's early in the morning. But hey, yeah, that's all I was saying is I'm the top 5 king, and the numbers bear that out. I don't know why you didn't go. I don't know why you didn't go with Vanilla Ice at number 1. That was problem number 1. And then problem number 2 is you had all these people that nobody's ever heard of. No one, I promise you, no one's ever heard of Violent J. Who gave you that Violent J name? Like, where'd that come from? Who is that?
I am hip hop, sir.
No, you did a Google search. You did a Google search, and it backfired on your ass.
I am hip hop, sir.
Yeah. So the next top 5 today, in honor of us doing the top 5 worst, I just thought it'd be natural just for us to do the top 5 best rappers.
Everyone knows who's going to win this. Everyone knows who's going to win this.
Well, we'll see. And we've done this before, obviously, many times before throughout 12 years on radio. But I guess it's good to get an updated edition of our top 5 rappers of all times.
Loose Neck is on fire today. In the chat, he said, "Ride Raw, Tree is back."
We have to give some reference now. Doug, you remember when you tried to shame, speaking of Dwight Howard and your exams, when you tried to shame Dwight Howard's divorcee wife and say she should go work at Chick-fil-A because she had a muzzle, she couldn't talk on that show with Shawnee. And I got upset because he set her up for that lifestyle. And if he didn't want to pay, then he should have been riding raw. And that's where it came from.
Shouldn't be riding raw.
They shouldn't be riding raw. Like you knew that there's the potential for you to make children. And Doug said she should go work at Chick-fil-A now that she didn't have his income. He was talking about her and Juanita being Michael Jordan's ex-wife. And so therein Riding Raw was born.
So when I used to do the show by myself for like 3 years, like 14, 15, and 16.
It went from 7 years to 6 years. Now it's 3 years.
No, it wasn't 7 years. I never said no 7 years. Stop that.
No, okay, all right.
I never said that.
I'm not gonna look it up, but the people who listen to the show know what you've been saying.
Well, anyway, so this whole story Tree just told was something that happened with Dwight Howard and his old lady. I thought the whole riding reference raw thing was she was mad at him for riding raw because allegedly he likes dudes. I didn't remember the details of it like that.
I'm uncomfortable with this conversation, actually.
You've seen, I mean, not to go back, but because we brought it up and you're watching the 2 Live
Have I seen Dwight Howard? No, I haven't seen.
No, have you
Howard.
seen the story and the controversy with Dwight and him and how he get down? Like he's basically come out and claimed that lifestyle.
What lifestyle is that?
That
Good for him, man.
lifestyle. To quote the great Fred G. Sanford.
Every time Fred said it, he would look to the side. He'd look at you kind of like.
Right. So I don't know, just interesting.
As long as he's being who he wants to be, and he's being true to himself, good for him, man.
Yeah, that's his business.
That's his business. It ain't got nothing to do with me, man.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's just
pump that baby to the brown, to the brown, to the brown.
I think, but here's the thing about it. I think the bigger that you are, the bigger dude that you are, the bigger tall dude you are, the more strange it is. And I don't even know if I should use strange. That's not the right word. I don't think
that's right. I don't think that's right.
The more unique it is. Dude is 7'2", man.
Very uncomfortable. Make sure you scan this QR code, man. You're trying to get some of this Southern Edge Beverage Company's top shelf beverages: salted caramel whiskey, sweet tea vodka, SE Limon, coming to stores near you real soon. Y'all keep it locked, man. Up next, what we getting into, Doug? We talking about the playoffs?
Let's talk about the playoffs a little bit. Let's go back to Antman in particular. They don't play again for a couple of days.
It's Friday, I believe.
We
Friday?
Yeah, I don't think they play till Friday. But they up 2-0 in this series against the world champs. We got to talk about this Atlanta born and bred kid, man.
Okay.
We're talking about Jamal Murray. I think he's on drugs. The only explanation, we'll get into Terrell Owens.
Is it really what Minnesota's doing, man, or is it a lack thereof of what Denver isn't doing?
I think it's a combination of both. We'll talk about when we get back. How about that?
Okay.
Don't go away. 2 Live Stews.
You're going to the club. You're going to your family reunion. Maybe your fraternity and sorority get-togethers. There's a new sheriff in town.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Southern Edge Beverage Company. The Edge. With Southern Edge sweet tea vodka and salted caramel whiskey. Our sweet tea vodka is made from succulent corn, real black tea, and juicy sugarcane. Can be enjoyed neat or on the rocks or blended with your favorite fruit juice or mix a liqueur combo. Our salty caramel whiskey is the perfectly pleasing balance of salty and sweet that does not overpower the palate. Add it to your coffee or incorporate it into food recipes. Check us out on the website at southernedgebeverageco.com. Also on Instagram. Distributed by Kelly Family Distributors right here in the state of Georgia. You can also pick up a bottle at Total Wine and More, World of Beverages, Prohibition Liquor, Firewater Package, Press Wine and Spirits, and Bim's Package Store. We are the new Edge. Taste the Edge. Southern Edge Beverage Company. Yeah.
What's up, 2 Live Stews? Go ahead.
No,
you got it. You got it.
Go ahead, sir.
That's your role.
All right. Well, I mean,
I'm playing with this damn microphone again. It's just bothered me. So the problem with it is, and the reason why I do it is when it goes down real low, then the sound in your ears that you hear is lessened as well.
But as long as you know the mic is doing what it needs to be doing to protect itself.
Yeah,
So
I like to hear what we're talking about in my ear.
But if the mic is bothering it, you're screaming too much.
Damn this mic. Who this mic supposed to be, man?
It is the 2 Live Stews, the 2 Live Stews experience. Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart. The great Nutty Dread just reminded me during the break about something that we can't overlook prior to getting back into the NBA talk. The Joker getting his 3rd MVP in 4 years has made it 6 straight years that a non-American born player has not won the MVP. So foreigners for the last 6 years have won.
Okay, so we talking about that's easy. Him and the Greek Freak. Is there somebody else in that mix?
Well, if the Joker's won it 3 out of 4, Greek Freak has won it twice.
That's
Giannis
5.
Antetokounmpo.
So you said 6, right? We're missing 1?
We're missing 1.
And maybe Nadi can jump in and remind us. Who else foreign player has won an MVP in the last 6 years?
Yeah, you're not thinking about Joel Embiid, who's from Cameroon.
Cameroon.
Yeah.
Cameroon.
Right.
Good call, Nadi. Thank you.
Yeah. I think I would have come up with that later, but I didn't.
You come up with it after looking it up.
So shots out. We gave shots out earlier to a couple of people, and we talked about the Doug Stewart show that was on for a couple of years. We had a ton of people, a ton of shows branch off from the Doug Stewart show, and really from Two Live Stews back in the day as well. I want to give a shout out to the Chief Rocker, Vern from Jersey, Alpha Male, my man Walter, Barbershop Sports Talk guys, Trey and I can't remember the other brother's name, Montrez right now, Marcus Harper, Sports Done Right, Vince Wright, Spicy Conversations.
You mentioned Kesey?
Huh?
Did you mention Kesey?
Kesey's coming. The Grizz, all the way out there in California, HBCU Sports with Rob Calloway, the Jungle Brother, Kicking It with Kesey, Lonely Hearts Cafe, the Nathan Ivey Show, Poe Politicking, the Rude Dog Show, the Sports and More Show, the Underground Railroad Show, and That Ninja. I wish we had an applause. I would give them an applause, but we got to figure that out down the road. But those were all individual shows, and there were more, but those are the ones that I could remember and I could actually go and research that were part of the SME network then in its infant stages.
That's awesome.
All right. Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, man. And so we had a whole network going on all day. We'll probably do something like that, going forward at some point here soon. But shouts out to all of those cats that held SME down back, over 10 years ago now.
So real quick, man. That's a lot of shows you just put out there, man. What's the hosting fees for that? What's the hosting fees?
There was a hosting fee. There was a fee to be a part of the network. I don't remember the exact details, everything, but it wasn't nothing.
Like 20 shows, man.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing extravagant. I mean, it was just to pay the bills.
I understand you making it, something manageable for everyone to be a part of if they want to host a show, but
right,
we need to revisit that sooner than later, sir.
Yeah, definitely.
I like that idea.
So shouts out to all of those cats, man. Definitely big ups.
If I say the name Jamal Murray to you, what comes to your mind?
Drugs. What comes to you? If I say Jamal Murray, what comes to your mind now?
You cut to the chase.
It's almost like that thing with OJ. Like
cut
now,
out the 3-4 minutes.
If you say OJ, you think about the murder trial. You don't think about one of the greatest running backs of all time, USC legend, Heisman Trophy winner, 2,000 yards with the Buffalo Bills. You think of the murders. From now on, when I think of Jamal Murray, I'm going to think drugs because he has to be on them to do what he did the other night.
He threw his heat pack onto the floor.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was throwing it at someone.
He was throwing it at the ref. He was throwing it at the referee because the referee wouldn't give it. I think the referee wouldn't giving them a foul call or whatever. And he lost his mind twice, not once, but twice.
He's shooting 9 for 32 in the current series right now.
Right.
He's left both games, which both games have been in New York at Madison Square Garden. He's left both games and taken off without speaking to the media. So he's about to be fined for that. I think they will give you an excuse if you do that once, but for him to do that back-to-back 2 games in a row in postseason play, semifinals games, for him not to speak to the media, he's going to get fined. He just got a $100,000 fine for throwing the heat pack on the floor. Somebody could have got hurt. People could have fell. What's he dealing with, man?
Not only a heat pack, but before that, he threw a towel on the floor.
All
in the direction of the referee. Yeah, I mean, he once again, he was frustrated. I believe he was frustrated by them not getting calls. And here's the crazy thing about it. And why I hear everybody usually in this situation, everybody, well, the series isn't over yet. The series isn't over yet. Hey, man, they're in Denver. Their first 2 games were in Denver. It's not like they were in Minnesota and they're about to go back home or whatever. They are in Denver getting their ass kicked.
So I just talked about.
And it's frustrating for dude. That's what I think the problem is. He's just frustrated. He can't believe that they're forcing their will on the Denver Nuggets.
Courtney Williams says he's acting like a child. The reason why he's acting like a child is because Murray scored 8 points on 3 of 18 shooting. 8 points. And he's the reason why they won the title last year. Of course, it's Joker.
Well, part of the reason, yeah.
Of course, Joker is the common denominator to what they're doing. But Jamal Murray's he's an all-pro player.
He's the second best player on the team. Yeah.
He's an all-pro player that's having a terrible series. And now because of this bad series the past 2 weeks or 2 games, he's lost his mind.
Hey, man, Minnesota is D'ing them cats up. You remember going to the playground? We used to call it the court. And where we're from on Sunday at the courts was about 1,000 ninjas. You remember going to the court and playing a game and somebody from the other team was like all up in your guts, paws, like a pest. Like they wouldn't leave you alone. Listen, bro, we out here having fun. No need to play defense like you in the NBA championship. Like they all up on you. That's how they playing defense on these cats, man. And it's frustrating.
Yeah.
Not only is he on drugs, but it's got to just be frustrating that he can't get his shot off like he usually does when he plays games.
He's shooting 37.5% from the field through 7 postseason games so far. So he's shooting a dismal 37.5%. Can't hit the backside of a barn. He's dealing with a calf strain. He's got a little injury he's dealing with, trying to play through that.
This series is over.
No, it's not over.
It's not over. There's no way.
No.
Okay, how much you want to bet? How much you
want to bet? As I mentioned earlier, all the Knicks have done in the end of the series is protect home court. Denver's lost home court, no doubt about that. But now they get a chance to see if they can get it done on the road.
They're going to Minnesota.
Going to Minnesota.
What about those first 2 games? You're watching the 2 Live Stews experience. What about those first 2 games makes you think that Denver has any chance to win this series?
Well, the fact that Denver's
give me some redeeming quality of how they played in the first 2 games.
2 things. One, they've got the league MVP on their team. And
which let's put a bookmark by his name. I want to talk about him. Go ahead.
And 2, they're the defending champions. I mean, those are the 2 reasons why I think they're still in it. They've had 2 bad games in the series, and they've only played 2 games.
I don't think
the 7-game series.
I don't think they necessarily had bad games. I think Minnesota made them play bad. Okay.
Well,
so Joker had, I think Joker had like 32 points the first game. The second game, and I talked about this in the 2 Eyes 2's Facebook chat group. The second game, he was horrible out there. Not only did he look horrible out there,
he wasn't horrible. He had 16 points and 16 boards. That's not horrible.
The Joker for the MVP?
That's low.
Okay, so but let me make my point. My point is in that second game, it looked like he was slow. You know how we always talk about the Joker and it's amazing how he's doing what he's doing, and at the end of the night, he has 30-plus points. Like, when did that happen? How did that happen? The guy's moving like a snail. He looked slow in the last game.
He looked like Edie in the last game. We talked about how Edie lumbles up and down the court.
Right.
He looked like Edie. He did.
Right.
He did.
He looks very, and you talk about Edie from Purdue. He looks very slow. He looked very slow in that last game, the way that you would think that the Joker should look, but somehow every night he ends up with 30-plus points. But this last game, it looks like he shouldn't have been out there with those guys.
Denver's Aaron Gordon was the leading scorer with 20 points.
Right.
If he's your leading scorer, and what is he, the 4th leading scorer on the team, maybe? 3rd or 4th best.
Probably 3rd.
If Gordon is your leading scorer, your team's not going to win the game that night.
Right.
And they lost.
Don't get it twisted. Gordon's good. Very good.
But he's not the guy you want. He's not the guy you want leading the scores for your team.
He was the guy in Orlando for many, many years until they assembled this team. But yeah, man, I don't see. Go ahead.
I was reading something this morning, man, when I got up to prep for the show. The Nuggets have trailed by double digits in 6 of their 7 playoff games. So
yeah, the Lakers series, they led. They were behind.
The Lakers should have beat them, man.
Yeah, but they didn't.
The Lakers should. I mean, as a matter of fact, the Lakers were up on them at halftime for like
every game. Every game they were up.
What's going on with the Nuggets, man?
They have ran into a younger, hungrier team. They've ran into the future of the league, which is crazy. I don't understand why Antman didn't get more votes for the MVP. They're running into the marquee face of the league in Anthony Edwards. They caught him at the wrong time. They caught him in a transition from
playing so confident,
borderline phenomenal player to this guy's about to be the face of the league for the next 10 years.
He's playing so confident too, man. He's out there talking about killing everything that's in his face, killing everything that's in front of him, leaving no roadkill, eating it all. I mean, he's beasting right now, sir.
And before we forget about this Murray story, and listen, I want to read some messages in the chat room. Jamal Murray was fined for throwing. We forgot to even talk about this. He was fined $100,000. Do you think that was enough or not enough?
I mean,
as far as punishment from the league,
it's $100,000, man. I mean, that's a lot of bread, man.
Hold on, they did the math. He makes $100,000 a quarter.
Whoa!
Every quarter he makes $100,000.
Hey, man, get your hand out that man's pockets. You ain't got nothing to do with that.
Yeah,
$100,000 is a lot of money.
The point is, it's nothing to him. Do you think that he should have been suspended? For the next game? Do you think they should have gave him like a suspension for next year? The point is they didn't want to suspend him because it's the playoffs and it would be an unfair advantage not to have him. Yeah.
Yeah, they're the league darling right now. So I wasn't expecting them to get suspended. I don't like suspensions this time of year anyway. You got to really do something egregious.
Hey man, but what he did,
suspended
you don't think throwing something on the court where somebody could have stepped on and slipped on and busted up their ankle or their knee, or you don't think that's egregious?
Nobody slipped. Nobody fell. Nobody stepped on it.
Yeah, but you have to send a message. You can't do nothing stupid like that going forward. If you do this, what's going to happen?
I think there's a message of $100,000 being not on your check.
I just told you he makes $100,000 a quarter of one game. But I think they dropped the ball on this, man. They had to suspend this guy, man.
Hey, man, it's postseason play. These guys can't be gone for games. As a matter of fact,
I think you can't throw a towel on the floor.
I think that rule probably came up, the unwritten rule, during postseason when stars get into situations like this, like a la Draymond Green. Draymond Green getting suspended for a game because of his own will and accord, of course.
Yeah,
cost the Golden State Warriors the title.
Yeah, but I think that was deserved.
You don't want to look back on a series of this ilk or a series of this significance and say, oh man, if they had Murray, so-and-so would have happened. Everybody needs to be on this time of year.
No, man, he did it to himself.
He's agree.
A grown-ass man. He did it to himself. Yeah. So you mean to tell me you're saying that they won't suspend somebody because it's the playoffs? You mean to tell me if him or Jamar or Draymond punches a ref in the mouth, they're not going to get suspended just because it's the playoffs?
You touch a ref or you punch anybody, you probably go get suspended, yes.
So this is, I think, in the same category.
I mean, but
you're
man,
risking injury to people that have nothing to do with you or the situation.
Okay. Let me paint a picture for you. And this is the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the Two Live Stews Experience, morning edition. When Draymond got suspended a few years ago in the postseason, when that cost KD and those guys a title, okay?
Mm-hmm.
If you were watching that game that Draymond got suspended, if you were watching that game with the volume down in your house, if you're in your living room watching that game with the volume down in your house, you'd be looking at the TV like, man, Draymond sure acting like an idiot out there. Wow, why is he kicking folks? Oh my gosh, Draymond just tackled somebody. Well, he's probably gonna get suspended. If you're watching the game when Murray threw the heating pad on the floor and there's no volume on, you don't know anything. You don't know anything at all. There's no disturbance. You can physically see someone deserving to be kicked out, is my point. But again, if you're watching Golden State when Draymond does his thing, you're like, oh, I can't hear what's going on, but I can see a disturbance. There was no disturbance with what Murray did.
So you're saying that because nothing was really changed in the game, no one was affected.
You're saying the pad up. I forgot who picked the pad up and threw it back on the sideline, but someone picked it up and threw it on the sideline. When the ball went down the court, the towel boy ran out and wiped up the wet spot. The game just kept on going.
Is he insane? Why would he think that would be okay or cool?
Okay. It's not okay. Hence the $100,000 fine. But it wasn't a disturbance of any magnitude to say, let's kick him out of a game in this series. I agree with that.
Yeah, I don't know about that, man. From James Cooper, the finger is nothing. The biopsy when they stick a camera up your butt is real. going back to my whole prostate exam yesterday.
We were talking basketball. You went back to your butt play again. I mean, what's going on?
Well,
we're talking basketball.
I said
to read a chat about butt play.
No, I'm reading the messages in the chat room. I said I was going to read messages in the chat room. We've talked enough about Booker, or not Booker, Murray.
No, we were literally talking about the basketball game.
From Ashley Scott, and this is Dr. Scott.
Oh, I'm not listening to this. I'm not gonna listen.
Doug like his ass fondled. Yeah, Steve. Really, really, Steve. Steve is just so. What's the word I'm looking for? Uncouth. You would never know this guy is a genius, a doctor of science. This guy's got a doctorate, and he always just so uncouth in his statements. Doug's like a man fondling his ass. What do you mean? Why would you say something like that?
We don't like this conversation in the workplace, man.
From Loose Neck Side, Dr. Dwight Howard. Ashley Scott, once again, did you go for drinks after?
Oh, gosh. Wait a minute. You and Dr. Howard didn't go for drinks, did y'all?
And the doctor ain't Dr. Howard.
Oh.
Let's just stop that.
Why'd you say that?
You co-mingling the different conversations. Steve said that. Dr. Scott. Ashley Scott said that. Ashley Scott. I didn't know Steve's name was Ashley till he was like 25, man. Did you know that cat name was Ashley when we were young?
His name is Ashley Stephen Scott.
Did you know that when we were kids? Maybe you did because maybe you had a class with him or something like that.
Well, I found that out when I was 8 years old, when Christmas morning I went down there, and they were taking family pictures with their monogram sweaters on.
Oh.
And on the front of his sweater, it said, ass.
That's right.
And I said,
that's right, because they put the last name in the middle.
I said, wait a minute.
Hey, you lie. You making this up, right?
No.
He had a monogram sweater that said ass.
It was blue.
Ashley Stephen Scott.
It was blue with white letters, and Reverend Scott, his dad.
Yeah, I know Shirley them didn't do that. That's his mother.
Reverend Milton them was laughing, but they were trying to be serious to get everybody to take the picture, right? And Steve was like, I'm not coming out. And 30 minutes later, when he finally came out to take this picture, I was looking at the sweater. I was like, wait a minute. Why does his sweater say ass?
Are you so
uncomfortable?
You didn't just make that up, so it has to be true.
No, man. Monogram sweaters.
No, you can't do monogram sweaters if your initials are ass. You can't do monogram sweaters.
Unless that kid is an ass. If that kid's an ass, let him wear that sweater.
And that kid was an ass. It still is today. A lot of people will argue. He still is today.
Oh, God.
Wow. Did you go for drinks after? Whatever, ass. Let's go to break, man. Let's go to break. We got Arlie. Is Arlie up? Yeah.
Up next in the dog. I'm sorry. Up next in the Two Live Studios Experience with Doug and Ryan Stewart, man.
That's funny.
Welcome to Arlie Wood on all social media platforms. We know her as Arlie Michelle. She will join us for an entertainment report, and then we'll get back into these sports, man. Whatever y'all do, y'all make sure and keep it locked. Oh, yeah, quick reminder, man. I do want to tell folks. The Minnesota Timberwolves are up 2-0, and Rudy Gobert didn't even show up for the game. Right. I want to talk to you about Rudy Gobert also, Doug, after all he gets done. I want to talk about Rudy Gobert not showing up to the game and why he didn't show up to see if that would fly with you, okay?
Yeah, all right. Don't go away. Two Live Stews.
Ass. Oh, that boy's an ass, man. That's hilarious.
Yeah, okay, BMX, this is what they want. That family shit, dirty. Hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm. Hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm. Hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm. Hey yo, we family. Bonds that can't be broken. Watch it. Hey yo, we family. 3 times we heat rhymes, eye to eye, Jinx, X and I. A bond that will never die. Wise guys will split the pie. Big style, hypnotize. hypnotized. I'm back home, the shark in the town. Let the fin roam, my fam in the zone. See how we rock well, exotic flow. Crystal seashells, never sleep where the beast dwell. Monster the music, you the shit, then prove it. This is hip hop, get your shit chopped. It's been a long time coming on the same track with fam dumping. Look how your man's gunning for fam, cause we all stand for something. Salute the fans production, producing mass destruction. We ask none, command respect, that's the law of instruction. Back in the south with a Dutch in my mouth, fam. That's what I'm all about, damn. 3 deep when we rolling out. Leave your face posted out. Double holster, twin toasted out. Your style bitch, watch me hold it out. Get money. Every day with fam is sunny. We get money. Every day with fam is sunny. We family. Unbreakable balls, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm. Hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm. Hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm. Hey yo, we family.
The jester, nobody does it better. Ain't nothing like fam riding a beat like a bike. When it come to this rap shit, yeah, I know we out of sight. Every nigga about on tongue confess that Jinx is the best. BMX Supreme Majestic, who gon' run up and test? I'm outside the gate, not in the bleachers or sideline. That mean that I ain't playing, motherfucker, I'm bout mine. You had your time, now it's mine to shine. I'm hungry when I spit, can't you hear it in the rhyme?
Two Live Stews Experience, Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart. We make up the Two Live Stews, but
the great Arlie.
Still, we have none other than the great Arlie Wood coming in the studio.
Hey, y'all.
The whole
Arlie, how you
vibe.
doing this morning?
The whole vibe changes when I hear Arlie's music. I'm like, yeah.
I know, it's like it's sexy. I don't know if that's the vibe you get. I don't want to make it sexy for you since you've been having all these conversations about your buttocks.
Well, I was about to say, Courtney Williams in the chat room said Doug got a wet spot on his seat from leaking lube.
Doug got a wet spot on his seat from leaking lube. Get serious, man.
I just want the people not to be so rough with it. That's still the wrong word. God,
that's wrong. That was this conversation. Was Dr. Howard rough with it, Doug?
The guy's name is Dr. Howard. Stop that.
I apologize.
Stop using the biggest basketball player's hands you could think of. You're just trying to make a point.
While talking about butt play.
Hands like Shaq.
I don't. Oh, me and these glasses. Okay, this is another pair that's missing the thing, and I couldn't find my other one this morning.
Arlie, is it not against the glasses rule that if you don't have one side, you can't wear them no more?
God, it has to be. I punish myself, and I keep trying to order them, and I can't get it together. Y'all, and I'm having technical difficulties this morning, so pray with and for me because Lord have mercy.
Okay.
It's rough out here on the sofa.
You got dressed. Usually you come in your pajamas.
Well, so how about I was gonna go work out this morning? I was like, I'm gonna get up and go work out after I do this show.
Mm-hmm.
It's about to have a tornado. The Lord don't want me to work out. He does.
A tornado.
Oh, the weather's bad out there.
Yes, we about to have a tornado warning. They just sent a notice on the. It goes, what? It was on
and
my
they
phone.
come through Atlanta. They do come through Atlanta from time to time, and when they do, they usually wreak some kind of havoc too.
They do.
Y'all be careful.
Yeah, I'm not gonna work out. I'm gonna stay right here, and they said take shelter. So I'm gonna.
Let's get to this report, man. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. I run my mouth. So we need birthdays. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to
sing it, Ryan.
you.
Go. All right.
Happy
so we have
birthday. Sorry.
He likes that part of the song. Okay, so today is May 9th, and we have the songstress Tamia. That's Grant Hill's wife, but I want her to have her own identity, so she is just Tamia. She's 48 today.
Super fine.
She is fine, honey. Well, she has a song I love, but anyway, we'll talk about that later. Comedian Desi Banks is 30.
I like Desi Banks. Atlanta guy, right?
Yes, he's Atlanta dude that started out on YouTube, and that dude is making paper now. He has like a whole thing where they giving him money.
I was deeply saddened to find out that Tamia's song "Stranger in My Bedroom" was really about. Never mind. Never mind. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know the story. Go ahead. You might as well tell it now.
Might as well tell it now because we don't know.
Well, apparently she didn't know who she was married to at some point in time. She didn't like the stranger in her bedroom. You guys
talking about Grant Hill?
That's allegedly.
She just singing. You got to sing before. Make it entertaining.
She's just singing. So
I know. I don't know Grant Hill.
Well, she's just singing though. I mean, think about the name of that song and who she's married to. Think about it for a second.
Okay.
Okay. Now who you say you are, you got to be somewhere else because you don't love me like that. Anyway, Ghostface Killer is 53. Woo, woo, woo.
Hey, man.
And Rosario Dawson is 44. Tomorrow we have actor Kenan Thompson. Kenan and Kel. What is he said? That burger, something about some burgers. You know, the
Good burger. Good burger.
Good burger. Welcome to the Good Burger. Can I take your them?
How old is Kenan?
45.
Wow. Damn. And he looked like he 12 still.
Yeah, you do look young.
Look, baby. Look, a little round baby.
He looked like he could still be doing kid shows or whatever.
He could.
He's in Atlanta too. That's an Atlanta kid too.
Yep, they just.
We actually, do you remember, sir, when we went and did a show? We did a show at somebody's house, and he was there.
Dominique Wilkins.
It was Dominique Wilkins' house. Right. We were at Dominique Wilkins' house for whatever promotion or whatever, and Kenan walks in. And so this is 20 years ago.
20 years ago. He wasn't quite the star he was now then, but he was still a big name.
No, he wasn't doing Saturday Night Live. This dude's been on Saturday Night Live for like the last 10 years.
That's right.
He's good. He's good. Real talented brother. I like him. Yeah.
All right, here we go, guys. So it's your girl, Arlie Michelle, with the Two Live Stews Experience, and this is your Arleywood Report. Y'all, it's so much. Okay, I'm going to do a rapid, this is what we could talk about, but we don't have the time, and then I'm going to talk about some stuff. First, there's so much Diddy stuff going on, I can't even bring it up. But what I do have a question, and when y'all come back in this 3-shot, I want to ask you all, because inquiring minds want to know, did y'all ever go to Diddy parties? And that's why we're so terrified to discuss it. Put that on your thoughts. Hold it there as a hanger in your mind, is one of the pastors used to say. The Met Gala, we're going to discuss that because I want to ask y'all a question. I know it's a bet you didn't know that Ryan and Doug. We'll come back to that. And I also want to tell y'all, it's so much fluffy. It's so much stuff happening. Both Miss USA and Miss America, Miss USA and Miss Teen both quit their positions. That is a big deal. In 72 years, we do not have a Miss USA. Okay, so Shawnee O'Neal came out with a book. She was on Tamron Hall. Yay for Shawnee, but I got some issues with it. She goes in there and says something about...
Who's that dude?
That's her new husband, Keon Henderson. And he had to come on the show because he has been in the news and he feels really bad because he's taken her shine with her book coming out. Everybody's been talking about him. He went viral. And if we have a video, we can talk about his virality.
Stop her. Hush. So, the backstory was there was a woman and you could hear her making audible sounds. You turn around, you say, that hush.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, video is not the total story.
Yeah.
So tell me what happened there.
Well, social media is into cuts, not context.
Yeah.
As a pastor, I know the difference between disturbance and worship. And what people have to understand is that every time you hear a noise in church, it isn't worship.
Yeah.
And so there has to be order. For instance, it's okay to applaud in this room right now. But if somebody got up and just started clapping right now, I'm sure somebody would bring order to the room. Yeah. And so what I did is I brought order to the room.
You got to be kidding me.
So people could hear God and not hurt. And I'd do it again if I needed to.
Oh, my gosh.
So listen, before we go to, oh, my God, how he do that, he said, and you have to watch the totality of the interview. He explains that for 4 years, this lady has been doing that. She has been shouting out. He's had
because she's feeling the spirit. She can't control when the spirit moves her.
But does the spirit move you to disturb everybody else is what he's saying. He said for 4 years, he's had other people talk and she's not really like, it wasn't, apparently if you were in the church and there are other people who've spoken out who are there, it's not a move of the Holy Spirit. It's a move of like, y'all need to see me, hear me. I got some mental issues. But y'all think, did he hush her or should he have hushed?
You want to go first, man? Go ahead.
No, you've already pretty much gone, man. So you probably should finish your thoughts.
We was raised in the church, like most of us were. Our grandfather was a very well-known preacher, pastor in our hometown. I promise you, until I just saw that video, in the history of churches in South Carolina, there's never been one preacher to correct somebody that's quote unquote feeling the spirit or the Holy Ghost. I promise you that's never happened where any black preacher in South Carolina ever pointed to somebody in the pulpit and said, "No, stop her from feeling the spirit"?
I'm going to dig a little bit deeper with this real quick.
Okay.
I won't take long at all.
Take your time.
Digging a little bit deeper with our Low Country Church experiences, we had a pastor by the name of Reverend Gibbs that preceded our grandfather after our grandfather passed a few years later. Reverend Gibbs used to make an announcement prior to each service saying, in this service, let the kids go where they want to go, let them talk when they want to talk, leave the kids alone during the service. So he wasn't correcting kids. If a kid would have walked up into the pulpit, pastor would have just kept on preaching. He wasn't going to stop said kid from coming in the pulpit.
It's almost like part of the profile for a preacher is you have to be able to ignore distractions.
Keep the party going.
That's part of your profile and what's needed to be a preacher. You have to be able to tune out people having the Holy Spirit, the Holy Ghost, or whatever the case may be. I have never seen or never heard of anybody doing what that guy just did.
Okay. Well, let me disagree, because I am a PK. My daddy was a preacher, and now I used to walk to churches, and because I'm from a small country town in Mississippi, my great grandmama ran the church, and I used to be able to do whatever I wanted, which is part of my problem now as an adult. But that's not here nor there. But I remember that there were times where, babies were crying and stuff, and they would, they get you up and usher you out. And I was talking to my godmother. I was telling them, we were talking about the story last night because I was, just asking them their opinion, because they come from big Baptist, preachers. Martin Luther King is like their uncle. So they come from big Baptist preachers. And she was saying when their daddy would preach, he had a big church. He's deceased now. He didn't want people walking while he was preaching because he felt like it was disrespectful to the word of God, like you up and moving about and you supposed to be. So people have their reasons. And perhaps he said, and people think that he should have corrected her a certain way. He said, every way that y'all have said, I've already tried that. So I agree that when the spirit moves, but you can tell the spirit, and I sing at church. Y'all know that. When the spirit moves and we going, it's going. But I know that these newfangled churches, it's a production. And Tree can jump in here right quick because we used to sing at the same church. We be like, the spirit, if it's moving, we got to cut it. So
listen, I was pissed, and I got all on my TikTok about it, all stories. Keon can suck it because first of all, Arlie, doggone well that if we was up there acting a fool for 4 years, we would not be on that stage. We wouldn't be on the stage. She was on the stage. I'm sorry, but this is so inappropriate. And then to go on national TV with it and further embarrass that lady. No, Keon, suck it. Thank you.
And listen, there's one more thing. There's kind of unwritten rules, okay? There's kind of unwritten rules about those kids. Most parents, if they got small children, like a baby or whatever, and the child starts crying, usually the parent will understand it's unwritten. Like I said, they get up and they leave the church. True. But I've never even heard a preacher say for a crying baby, take that baby out of church. I've never seen that or heard that before.
That's some truth. But the ushers know, they come tap you on the shoulder. If you don't move on your own, hey, come with us. We got a little baby. They have crying rooms for that because it is disruptive. So I'm on the fence because, like Tree just made a mention, if she's on like the praise team and she's up there doing that, we've been sat down before, so we know it. Not us personally, but people, we know how that works. But we always laugh and say you done got sat down. So she should have done got sat down some time ago if that was her MO. I understand decency and in order, and I think sometimes in the church we have gone too far by letting our secular ways come into the church, but that's why we're losing young folks too. So we have to find a happy balance. But I'm sure this is going to continue because people were pissed.
Shouts out to our cousin Fly Ty real quick. He said Reverend Gibbs got you out of church quick. You wouldn't miss football on Sunday.
We love Reverend Gibbs. That was Impact. Impact's thing was we had football at church. Our church has TVs in the bathroom. So if you gonna miss, you just go pee for a long time and watch the game.
That's how we. And if you didn't know, everybody on this call goes to the same church, Impact Church here in it's East Point. It's East Point, right?
Yeah, it's East Point.
Technically, it's East Point. And so that's how we became members or heard of Impact, is that football show that Tree produced How long has it been? 15 years now, Tree?
Long time ago. Man, that's a long time ago.
We did a pregame football show on Sunday mornings before service started. Me and Ryan hosted it. We had a desk and reporters, and we talked about the games. It was really based around the Falcons. Tree produced the whole thing, and thus why you see us still together now 15 years later.
Hey,
a little backstory.
A little backstory for the people. Okay, second up, we got Doug's favorite rapper. Doug's favorite rapper.
Horrible.
I need to talk about this.
There's no way you were going to beat that. Because people see that type of thing from that sexy red lady. They see that type of thing from her all day over the internet. That's why you lost the last poll.
So what was she brought out to do her thing on?
She was brought out to look like a fool in front of a bunch of white folks.
She was brought out. So was she cooning or crossing over? That's my question. See,
did she get a check?
No, she didn't get no check.
That was at a country concert. You know that, right? That was like at a country and western concert.
I'm asking, man. That's why I'm asking the questions, man. I don't understand.
Maybe she got a check, but does a check mean you embarrass yourself?
But Doug, I don't think she was embarrassed.
Oh, she's not embarrassed.
Oh, she clearly wasn't embarrassed. She clearly wasn't embarrassed.
So if she's getting the check for that, then what's the problem?
I don't think she getting. Hey! All money ain't good money now. Just because what she is doing is teaching all our little girls to go shake they Ashley Stephen Scotts in front of people. That ain't right.
Yeah. Nah.
It's well done. Well played.
Nah. That wasn't good, man. And that's what she does typically.
At the end of the day, man.
So you're saying if she was getting a check, that's okay.
What I'm saying is, if she don't mind it, why the hell would we mind it? She went up on that stage and shook her booty.
See, this is what you don't realize. When you are a person of color, when you do something, everybody that's the same color does that same thing. It's just like Housewives of Atlanta.
I am not Sexy Red. I don't give a damn about Sexy Red shaking her butt on that stage.
Well, when Morgan comes
on,
talking, Daddy, you see Sexy Red? You gonna have a whole fit.
Now, I will definitely say that no, I don't feel like when every black person does something, that's a bad reflection on me. I definitely don't feel that way.
I do.
But what I'm saying is that type of stuff right there is why I won the top 5 worst rappers of all time poll. Because that's just ridiculous.
And let's take it one step further. They're giving Beyonce a hard time about coming into country music, but here they got, so you can't come sing our songs, but you can come shake your Ashley Stephen Scott to our songs.
Tree, play it one more time. Play it one more time. Let's
and this stadium is packed.
On all levels, low level, mid level, and high level, all packed.
I mean, she going in.
That has zero redeeming qualities.
And she is 26 with 2 kids. A baby daddy. She's 26 with 2 kids. A baby daddy in jail. And she said she got to make all the money she can make. Now, I don't think she got paid for that. I think she's from St. Louis. The concert was in St. Louis. Now, how they got connected, I am still asking sources to this day.
Well, she's probably going to get paid off it eventually because she's going to have a few 100,000 extra social media followers, and that's going to come with monetization. I mean, she did it for a reason.
Well, I just she like to show her. She like to shake that.
Hold on.
Like to shake it.
Last question: would you be okay with Wookie doing that?
Thank you.
Ollie, you did an outstanding job today. Thank you so very much.
He said, "Don't bring my child into this. Don't bring my child in this."
My baby.
I'm bringing children. Period. From a context of, would you be okay if your child did that? Forget Wookie. Wookie is Ryan's daughter. Right. Would you be okay if your daughter did that?
Sexy Red is a grown ass woman, man.
But
she's grown, man.
Answer the question. Would you be okay if your grown ass daughter did that?
Live your damn life, Sexy Red.
You didn't answer the question.
He's not gonna answer that. You know that's not happening.
Take it off next time.
Not happening.
Hey, up next, Ollie.
Go ahead.
Next on
I
the
love
2
y'all.
Experience.
Love y'all.
We definitely want to talk about Rudy Gobert and him missing game 2 and why he missed game 2.
I also want to talk quickly about Ghostface. She mentioned his Ghostface birthday from the Woo. I want to mention that too.
Well, I'm hoping Ollie will stay in the
5.
I'm hoping Ollie will stay in the green room so we can talk about Rudy Gobert and maybe get her opinion as well. But we'll see what happens up next.
2 Live Stews. Care wouldn't answer that question.
You're going to the club. You're going to your family reunion. Maybe your fraternity and sorority get-togethers. There's a new sheriff in town.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Southern Edge Beverage Company. The Edge with Southern Edge sweet tea vodka and salted caramel whiskey. Our sweet tea vodka is made from succulent corn, real black tea, and juicy sugarcane. Can be enjoyed neat or on the rocks or blended with your favorite fruit juice or mix a liqueur combo. Our salty caramel whiskey is the perfectly pleasing balance of salty and sweet that does not overpower the palate. Add it to your coffee or incorporate it into food recipes. Check us out on the website at southernedgebeverageco.com. Also on Instagram. Distributed by Kelly Family Distributors right here in the state of Georgia. You can also pick up a bottle at Total Wine and More, World of Beverages, Prohibition Liquor, Firewater Package, Press Wine and Spirits, and Bim's Package Store. We are the new Edge. Taste the Edge. Southern Edge Beverage Company. Yeah.
It's the Stews, baby. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the Two Live Stews. This is the Two Live Stews experience, powered and fueled by the great folks from Southern Edge. Check us out on the web at southernedgebeverageco.com. Scan the barcode below to order and have bottles delivered to you at your doorstep. Use code Two Live Stews for discounted shipping.
We always talk about, trying to monetize this show, and we don't ask y'all a lot. When I say y'all, I'm talking about the listeners, the dogs, the poodles, the stewies. We don't ask them a lot. Go ahead.
I received 2 phone calls last week. I'm not going to say the person's name because I don't think you want his name mentioned on the show.
Mm-hmm.
But 3P called me and said that on YouTube, we can put up a donation something and allow the listeners, if they so choose,
we definitely
to give donations to our cause.
We definitely think about doing stuff like that. We just still.
Well, hold up. Let's get that YouTube. Let's get that donation thing put up immediately.
The point I was going to make about this is we don't ask y'all a lot. Really, over the last 20 years, all we ask is that you listen. But we will ask a favor right now. Buy a bottle of this alcohol. Okay, buy some of this Southern Edge. It's not only is it great, you're going to love it, but it will help our show. It will help the cause. Scan the little QR code. Go ahead. It's not like we asked you to buy some crap. This is a fantastic beverage, spirit, alcohol, and use the
organically
code,
made.
Yeah, and use the code 2 Live Stews, the number 2 Live Stews. That gets you free shipping. We confirm that, right? Is that what it is, Ryan?
It's discounted shipping with that code.
Okay.
The free shipping was back in the day. I don't think we do that anymore because it was very expensive. But we're going to discount it. We're going to discount the cost.
Right. So click on the QR code. And when they ask you, click on the QR code, right? And when they ask you, give a coupon code or whatever, use number 2 Live Stews, and check out a bottle of Southern Edge.
Powered by the good folks from Southern Edge. We are the Two Live Stews experience. Doug and Ryan Stewart. Real quick before we get into what you want to do. Rudy Gobert missed game 2, sir. He was not in the building for their second win, which they didn't clearly need him. But he wasn't in the building because his wife was having their first child.
Mm-hmm.
So Rudy Gobert was not at game 2 because he didn't want to miss the birth of his first child. They had a son. He was born healthy. Everything is fine. My question to you is, playoff game.
I know where this is going.
Playoff game, game 2.
Mm-hmm.
Are you mad that Rudy Gobert chose his family over game 2? Your thoughts, your comments. And I'm also going to bring Arlie back in here to ask. I'm also going to ask Tree, and I'm also going to ask James as well.
Is this type of thing that paints me in a bad light? Okay. He wasn't supposed to miss that game, man.
What?
Now listen. Let me give some context behind it. If they would have lost that game, they would have blamed him. And the second thing I'm going to ask you and ask the listeners out there is, the baby's not even going to remember him being there, man. What's the point?
Oh my gosh.
What's the point? The baby's not even going to be there. The baby's never going to remember, hey, Dad, why weren't you there when I was born that day? The baby's never going to say that to his dad, to Rudy Gobert, man. All I'm saying is that if they would have lost that game, they would have been riding his ass like the hag. He took a very, very big risk.
Okay.
I see Tree chomping at the bit.
Before I give my answer, thank you, Tree, for bringing everybody up. Before I give my answer, I want to preface my thoughts by saying this. After my wife had her second child, our second child.
Right. Make sure you say that.
Without you?
I took 2.5, maybe 3 weeks of leave to be home with my family from work in radio.
Yeah, that's understandable. That's cool. If they have that as part of your benefits, yeah, why not? But even in that case, that doesn't mean that you had to be there when the baby actually came out. I have no problem with the 3 weeks.
Who's first? Tree, your first.
Carly,
My point
Carly,
is the baby's not going to remember it, man. The baby's not going to remember. So what does it matter?
So surprisingly, I'm about to be on Doug's side because my daddy had to go work for me. My mama had me. That's how my name was changed because he wasn't there to say what the name was he wanted. So she was like, I'm going to add what I want to it. That's how I got the name.
We got to work. Men got to work.
So my daddy was at work. I didn't meet him maybe.
Men got to work.
I don't even remember being pushed out.
Arlie,
I didn't meet him.
Arlie, do you remember him not being there?
No, I don't remember that dude until I was like 3.
Dread, you're a father that has children. Are you missing game 2 to experience the birth of your first child?
If I'm Gobert, I'm okay with him missing the game. If it was LeBron or somebody like that and they was in the championship.
So basically he agrees with me.
Right. But if it's Gobert, Gobert needs to go to the hospital with his wife. But if it's a superstar player like LeBron in the championship or something, then yeah, he's going for greatness. Gobert's not going for greatness.
Rudy Gobert
he might as well be a great father.
Rudy Gobert is the defensive player of the year for like the 3rd or 4th time in his career. So he's not just a regular player. He's a big deal.
I agree with you.
No, he's not a big deal.
He's not a big deal.
Obviously,
he's not a big deal. They won 2 games in Denver without him.
Right.
Well, it was just 1 game because he was at game 1.
Teams usually are better when Gobert doesn't play in the playoffs. Go back and look when he was in Utah. They had to end up benching him because Terrence Mann gave him a career high 39. So, yeah, he's better off when he's not playing.
Please, Tree.
My Pisces sister, I'm ashamed. Douglas, I'm not surprised. And I'm not going to get into all of that, but we know feelings are not your big thing.
Oh, that's not true.
Okay.
You're so mischaracterized.
But the sound of your voice is so important to that baby, and the support, emotional support that is there when we are in labor, it is important. These are moments that you can never get back.
I want to take it a little further, Tree.
Ernest got on my nerves.
What if something happens during the procedure, which when it comes to black women, I don't know if he's married to a black lady or a white lady, but when it comes to black women, as a matter of fact, I'm probably willing to risk he's probably not married to a black woman. But when it comes to black women,
not this dude here.
The death mortality rate is above the roof.
They're killing us.
We dying there.
They killing us in these hospitals, and you don't think he should have been there?
You're not gonna be there. You're not gonna be there to.
But now he got a medical degree. What he gonna do?
Right. What he gonna do?
He's going to add. No,
he's gonna be with his family, man.
My mama. See, what y'all don't know though is if her mother is present and she's good, you really need your mama.
Hey guys, real quick.
Listen to this.
Three things. Hey guys, 3 things you shouldn't do. You shouldn't send your wife or your girlfriends to go buy a car by themselves. You shouldn't send your wives or your girlfriends to go get your car fixed by themselves from a mechanic. And you shouldn't send your wife to the hospital to have your first child by her damn self.
Thank you. I want to be led. I need a ninja that can lead me, not leave me. She got it. That's what's wrong now. Black women, we got everything. We saving the world.
I've never said this to you, Arlie. I'm disappointed, Arlie. I'm disappointed in you.
Listen, they lose that series, and the kid is a boy, and he's a basketball fan. 20 years later, he finds out that his daddy missed game 1, and they lost the series. Hey, Dad, why you ain't playing the damn game? I would have been good.
Let me tell y'all.
That's what the kid says to his dad. Dad, I would have been good.
I was pregnant with Trey.
Go ahead.
During football season, and if he had come early, Ernest was in Kansas City and I was in Atlanta. I already had a contingency plan. Now, keep in mind, I am a Pisces and I'm sensitive, but I also know this baby can't come into this world without a check. So if you got to stay in Kansas, which that's a whole nother story. Then I got to figure out how to push this thing out by my, and he was a big baby. So he came in January and it worked out. But if they had been in some playoffs, which they were not, but had they been, I was like, I mean, he missed Christmas and I was sad, but I got over it.
Hey, so and thank you, Arlie. And for people that don't know, and 99% of y'all don't know, her husband, 6'4", 250. Is that accurate?
280, somewhere around there, but it doesn't matter.
You think more than 250? I'm thinking college days with Big E.
He was more 250.
One of our frat brothers that we've known that I've known since 1992. You too. You've been to the square.
They called him Big E. He was more than 250.
Played outside linebacker for the South Carolina Gamecocks back in the day.
And would slap the taste out your mouth. Rumor has it that he used to ball people up and put them in ovens. I mean, you know.
Shouts out Big E. Shouts out Zeta.
Hey, man, everybody looks at it differently, man, and y'all look at it differently than me. But
hey, man, all I'm saying is if they would have lost that game, everybody in the world would have been poking holes at him being there when the baby's not even going to remember him being there.
Okay, all right, man.
I'm sorry. Right. I'm glad they
won.
Move
on, man. We ain't got much time. We ain't got much time. Let's move on, man.
No, I wanted to bring up. Arlie said it was Ghostface Killer from the Wu-Tang Clan, his birthday. Where do you rank Ghostface in the Wu? Like what number do you put on him as far as him, RZA, Jizza, Raekwon, ODB?
There's 3 or 4 of them that I love, and he's one of them. Meth,
like where would you put him?
Well, I would have to sit down with a pen and pad and think about that.
I've had this discussion before, and you're watching 2 Live Stews Experience.
Yeah, I'm not doing it off the dome.
I think we actually talked about this in the 2 Live Stews Facebook group before.
You hold these things against me. I don't want to put that out there like that.
I'm telling you, man. People. I think he gets a lot of credit, but I don't think he even gets enough credit. I think
they've got 5 phenomenal rappers in Wu-Tang, sir.
I think Tony Stark.
In the 36 chambers, there's 5 of them that's incredible.
I think Tony Stark, a.k.a. Ghostface Killer, is the best one on the Wu. Like, his rhymes are so intricate, man, and he tell a story. He's kind of like in the category with Slick Rick as far as storytelling.
METHOD, man. I mean, it's tough to beat Meth.
I got Ghostface #1 out the Wu.
Okay.
And that's saying a lot because all of them cats can spit. Like, all of them, I mean, they all fantastic. They all got their own style. They all got their own. You're right.
RZA, Jizza. I love all of them, man.
All right. So time to get to this poll. It's interesting. We talking about rap. Last show, we talked about the worst rappers of all time. So I just thought it was only proper.
As sensitive and as much as an empath Arlie is, she don't want her husband to be there when she having the first
She didn't
child.
say she doesn't want him to be there. She did not say that. Stop, miss. No, she didn't. See, this is what you do. You change people's words.
That.
She said that she understood. If he had to take care of business and bring home that money, she understood. The baby's not going to remember. That's my point.
After the post-show meeting that we have, I'm going to have words with her.
I got to go make the donuts. So, top 5 rappers of all time. On these top 5s, the battles between the 2 stews. I am right now up 11 top 5 victories to your 4. And so, because I'm the champ and this is what I do, I'm the top 5 king, you go ahead and give your top 5.
Should I start with the honorable mentions first, Tree, or should I just get
go from the back to the front?
Because this was one of the ones where you allowed there to be an honorable mention, right?
Right.
Okay. Because this is all about you, Doug. This top 5 thing is, it's all about you.
How's it all about me? Don't get mad.
Sometimes I don't even find out about the top 5 until like an hour before the show. My honorable mention is Jadakiss. He's not the biggest commercial rapper, but I am in love with Kiss. I'm in love with his voice. I think his deliverables are amazing when he raps, and he's one of my favorites. Between him and Gucci, one of them had to be honorable mention, and I gave it to Jadakiss because there's a tad more substance to his words. Number 5, had to give somebody from the great state of Georgia on this list. They had to have a presence. Andre 3000 was the representative. It was between him and T.I. and Luda, but I'm giving it to Dre 3000. 3 Stacks can spit. He's one of the best, not respected and somewhat overlooked because he's from the great city of Atlanta, but he's one of my favorites, man. Number 4, I'm big on New York rappers, man. Nasir.
Pretty much what we were raised on. New York rappers.
We used to spend a lot of time in New York, a lot of summers in New York, man. We spend a lot of time in Queens, Cambria Heights. LL Cool J's are from that area. A lot of those guys are from that area, so we like New York rappers.
But you don't have
Nas is
number
number 4. Huh?
Never mind. Go ahead. I don't want to interrupt.
LL did not make my list.
Right.
I'm a huge fan of LL, probably more so the actor than the rapper, but that's neither here nor there. Nas at number 4. The best to ever do it in my eyes for years was Rakim. But then Jay-Z came along and took Rakim's shine. I think Jay-Z's done a whole lot for the game. I think Jay-Z has put together 10 to 12 albums in the last 10 to 12 summers that always bump. So he's a fan favorite. And number 1, I do think it's hard to put him at 1 because he only had 2 or 3 albums because his time expired on Life. But Biggie Smalls is my favorite rapper, hands down. Fat, black, and ugly. However, I wear coochie down to the socks. Rings and watch filled with rocks. I love Biggie Smalls. That's my top 5 list.
Hey, man, that's actually a great list. I could poke a couple of holes in it, but I won't. One big hole that I could poke in is that allegedly, man, there's a video out there. Jay-Z been stealing people rhymes for years, for like 20 years.
That's
no,
AI,
it's not AI.
That's
but
AI.
we're not going to stay on that. We're not going to stay
That's
on
AI.
that. Actually, I think your list is pretty decent. I think it's very, very decent.
And I don't know why
Jada an honorable mention.
You've had something up your butt for Jay-Z for a long time. I don't know exactly what it is.
No, I just think that he's overrated. I think he's
Jay-Z,
overrated. I think he
got Jay-Z up your butt, but silicone and KY jelly coming out your butt. I'm sorry. That was tasteless. I'm gonna put myself in timeout. I'm sorry.
And it's all about context. It's all about context. Somebody just tuning into the show at this point, they won't understand that because they missed the beginning when we. Let's just go ahead. Let's just do my top 5. I gotta get out of here, man, because now you
apologize
crazy.
again.
Coming in at number 5, man. Honorable mention is the great Andre 3000, aka 3 Stacks.
Okay. I appreciate that from you.
The fact that I don't have him higher is just because there's other people that have been and had more established careers and been doing this rap thing forever and just very subtle advantages over Andre 3000. But I got him as my honorable mention. Coming in at number 5.
It's the Flute album that made you put him in honorable mention, isn't it, Doug? You don't like the Flute album, do you?
Possibly. Coming in at number 5, the great LL Cool J. The guy was the first person of note that came out with a love song, okay? And I Need Love, Radio, I'm Bad. People today can't understand at his height when he first came out how big of a star LL Cool J was. He was the biggest thing in rap for a couple of years. When Radio hit, when I'm Bad
Radio
hit, it was crazy. It was bananas. LL was, and then TV and movies and all that stuff, LL comes in number 5. And one common theme with all my people is they all can spit. They all can battle and freestyle and all of that.
LL put out an album a couple of months ago, man, that sold pretty good numbers. And he's been in the game 30 years.
Coming in number 4, Chris One, KRS-One, the teacher, ultimate battle rapper, conscious rap. I would take him in a battle against anybody else, hands down. He probably would destroy them. He'd eat them up. Coming in at number 3, man, what can I say about this guy right here? The great Tupac Shakur. Phenomenal actor, artist, rhymer, activist. Whatever you want to give this guy, man. Legendary for being the total package. You know, and I'm not really a West Coast rap guy or whatever, but Tupac's legacy is way bigger than anybody else that you can think of in this rap game.
Tupac's the first person I ever seen roll a blunt inside of a club like it was fine.
In Atlanta?
In Atlanta. He was at 112 at the bar, just splitting his blunt and filling it up with marijuana and rolling it like it wasn't 30 years ago. They ran his ass up out of there so fast, man.
Coming in at number 2, you had him at number 1, the great Biggie Smalls, the best flow ever. He may have the best flow ever out of anybody that ever picked up a microphone. Put the East Coast back on the map. That's one thing people forget about Biggie, is when Biggie first came out, Death Row in the West Coast was running hip-hop. And Biggie kind of brought it back from the West Coast back to the East Coast. Then shortly after that, DMX came out, and then it was just really a big switch. Death Row had a lock on the rap industry for a couple of years until Biggie came out. And coming in at number one, how dare you don't have him in number one? Rakim, the great Rakim Allah.
I love Rakim.
There's before Rakim and there's after Rakim. Okay?
Actually,
before Rakim, there was a hip hop, a hibbit to the hip hop. After Rakim, there was that advanced.
It changed. It changed the culture. I agree.
Everybody had to step their game up when Rakim came out because he was that dude. That's my top
I'm wondering why Rakim doesn't tour more. I'm wondering why we don't see him on marquees all around the country more. We're starting to like a little series. Our cousin Spencer's doing the first one down in Moco, where we're bringing Chubb Rock and a few local guests to the stage. I would love to have Rakim down in Monk's Corner, man, in Moco. I would love it.
I don't want to make this sound too serious, but there's something probably going back to slavery. There's something probably going back, and this is probably too big of an analogy or a reason for what I'm about to say. For whatever reason, man, in hip hop, black community don't support old rappers. They don't buy this stuff anymore.
It blows my mind.
It blows my mind. But in rock and roll, man, you let Kiss perform at Phillips Arena tonight or whatever they call the stadium.
Flooded.
It'd be sold out. It would be sold out. But for whatever reason, man, when you reach a certain age, people just think that you're not a rapper no more. They don't want to buy your music before. When I said people, I mean black folks. We don't support, like Rocky would come to Atlanta and he'll perform at like center stage, man. It'd be 200 people, man. The greatest rapper of all time. You would think he would be able to sell out a stadium, but we just don't support old rappers like that.
James Cooper said Doug brought some Southern Edge to the exam to get that prostate checked. Loose Neck said, I don't need an alarm clock. Just roll that Chubb Rock Southern Edge commercial. Griff, and we need ball peanut T-shirts. Exactly right. We're working on a T-shirt game. As a matter of fact, some news coming up with that here real soon, Griff. Appreciate you, player. The great Naughty Dread said Murray was trying to throw the towel. He was done fighting. Oh, okay. That makes sense, Naughty.
That's good.
That makes sense, Naughty.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. Shout out to Ashley Scott. My parents gave me a name to live up to. Boy, you're doing it with class. I tell you, Doc, you're doing it with class.
Yeah. And
Loose Neck, Ollie get her glasses half price. She get her glasses at half price every week. Another one from James. Ollie has trouble ordering glasses because they don't sell torn-up glasses online. Courtney Williams, church folk be some of the maddest people I've ever seen. That pastor was upset. And I don't think he had the right to be that upset. I'm going to give it one or two more. Jay Horn. Tree grabbed the mic like she's in a rap battle. Laugh out loud. She did grab that mic with a whole lot of velocity. Sylvester Williams. If Ryan would have never took those 2 weeks off, the Stews would still be on. That baby gonna still be here.
I remember when you took it was more than 2 weeks, wasn't it?
It was about 3 weeks. And listen, it was part of my what's it called? FML.
I can't remember,
right?
But it's part of your benefits that you could do that. And
Okay.
you took advantage of it. Most people don't take advantage of it.
He is exactly right, though. There's no doubt in my mind that is one reason why they showed our black ass the door. There's no doubt in my mind.
Just actually taking off the paternity leave.
Yeah, I took time with the first child and the second child. And they did not like the second child. When I submitted that paperwork, my boss called me like, hey, man, so you're going to be going how long? I said, man, 2 or 3 weeks.
Hey, man.
I get a month. Don't I get a month? I'm going to cut that short. I'm going to be back in 3 weeks. They did not like that.
I'm going to shoot you straight. I ain't never heard of anyone actually taking that. I think that's kind of like in the small print for your benefits package. But no man that I ever knew in my life actually took that paternity leave until you did it. And I was like, when you told me you were going to do it, I thought you was joking.
No.
You didn't have a damn baby?
Yeah. Family needed me, man. And we need to get through with this. And Arlie, whatever you do, make sure you pick up your phone in a few minutes, Arlie. I'm calling you about this business.
Hey, man.
I don't believe what I just heard.
When you see Miles, when you pick Miles up from school, and they ask him if he remember you being in the delivery room to see what he says.
Outstanding job,
like
Arlie.
You stupid.
Outstanding job, Tree. Outstanding job, James. All three of you guys get an A+. Wonderful work. Wonderful work. You guys are really putting it together. Dougie, Think I got you on that list today, sir.
We'll see.
But your performance overall, especially with the trauma you dealt with yesterday with the butt play, well done, sir. Well done. You're getting an A+. Well done, Doug. Guys, the regular guy, like the average man, wouldn't have made it to today's show with stuff leaking out his butt. Well done, Doug.
Hey, even though you
I like how you take it in stride, Doug. I like how you take it in stride. Well done, man. Well done.
Hey, man. Even though I'm gonna give you an A. I'm gonna give you an A. I'm just gonna move on. Let's get out of here, man. I gotta go.
You short on words today?
You really
running
out.
All the time, God is good. If you don't know him, you need to find him and show him love. That's all he's showing you. Nothing but love. Scan this barcode below to order and have bottles delivered straight to your doorstep. Use code 2LiveStews for the discounted price on the shipping, and thank your boys later. We can't thank the good folks from Southern Edge enough.
Yeah, just buy a bottle.
We can't thank the folks from Southern Edge enough.
Buy a bottle, and when you try it, come in the chat room and give your critique of it. You're going to love it.
The 2 Live Stews experience will be back on Monday morning, bright and early, 7 o'clock, starting the stream at 6:45 a.m., coming on bright at 7. I'm trying to get these folks to start a little earlier, man, but they don't want to play the game with me, so it's okay. After I fuss at Arlie, maybe I'll talk to her about her getting up early with me so we can do an hour before y'all get here.